good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Black Link Magazine. The DJ Kurupt is in the building, y'all. What's up, DJ Kurupt?
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to Black Link Magazine. I'm looking forward to this interview. I'm so excited about that. For those that do not know DJ Kurupt, tell them who you are and what you do.
Um. Okay. So DJ Kurupt is, of course, a DJ, producer, of entrepreneur, and also, entrepreneurship is with the new TV show. There's a DJ Kurupt TV show that we launched in 2019, and airing on Comcast. And so this year we're going to be launching the website djkurupt.tv. So it's a whole TV show. Like
All
we
right.
coming in for we pushing Comcast to the side, and we're going to be the new Comcast for the streets.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we wish you nothing but success with that. So, DJ Kurupt, you have been in the music business and some of the most known names in the business. For instance, Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent, and the list goes on and on, and Neo. Tell us, what was it that inspired you to be in the music business?
All right, so this is going to lead me to talk about how I even started being DJing in the beginning. Um, first of all, I love music. Music was always a thing for me to get away, and I always collected music. I had like bags of cassettes, like thousands of. I had like everyone's album, and then one day, um, the street that I lived on, my grew up on in my teenage years, we started doing house parties,
Mhm.
and we wanted to have these house parties, and we needed a DJ. So they pointed at me to become the DJ because, like I said, I had so much music. No one had more music than me. So I didn't have equipment at that time. So what we used to do was we used to sneak my mom's entertainment center out of the house, out of the living room, and sneak it across the street to my boy's house, and that was the party. And we did that every weekend, every weekend, and it became a thing. It became the thing.
Right.
So as time went on, as I progressed, and I started getting into the vinyls, I learned more about what DJing was, and I wasn't aware that I had that gift and that skill, but I accepted it, and I learned about what was supposed to be happening, and I grew. Everything grew. So and I started getting a lot of phone calls, and from the radio stations, record labels, artists. Everyone started to call me because of the mixes that I was putting out. They loved the mixes, and then DJ Kurupt became that guy, and I got a lot of calls from Def Jam. One particular guy called me. It was he was he worked at Def Jam, and he did a lot of music artist promotions,
Yeah.
and they had this one artist that was getting ready to come out. This artist wasn't an artist; he was more so like a writer. And
Mhm.
then he got signed to the label, and they decided to say, hey, look, man, your writing is dope, and then your singing is dope. We want you to be the artist instead of writing for these other artists. We want you to be the artist. And then, okay, so he accepted that, and he became the artist. And then the plan was, now that you're the artist, how are we going to get you out to the people and let them know that, okay, now you're a singer, and this is what it is going to be.
Right.
Um, that's when they called me. They called me because of the mixes, the mixes and the mixtapes I was putting out, they were so popular, and they were doing numbers. So they wanted me to make the mixtape for this artist to help them launch his career, his artistry, his career.
Right.
And of course, I accepted. And that artist today is known as the world famous Neo.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how we linked with Neo. That Def Jam wanted to, get him out to the world, let the world know what was actually getting ready to take place. And
Right.
Neo had gave the label or the artist, I mean Neo and his management had gave me 5 records, 5 records.
Mm-hmm.
No one had these records. The label didn't even have these records.
Oh,
So
wow.
they gave it to me to produce this mixtape. And I did it. That mixtape went everywhere,
Yeah.
overseas, everywhere. The label started calling me because they didn't have those songs. Like, where did you get those songs? So yes, I mean, it was many moments like that. Even with Ja Rule, I did Ja Rule's uh mixtape to launch his projects. I did a mixtape with Pharrell and Nicki Minaj. Like everyone started, the labels were calling. Everyone started to call me.
Right.
I wasn't going to deny them. I loved it. It was like this is what I was doing.
Let's just kind of turn the tables a bit. You are developing artists, right? You have artists that are under you that you're developing. Let's talk about how you got into that, because it just seems like a no-brainer that you would do that coming from where you have already been, right? So let's talk about that.
Yeah, the thing about that is like, just having that ability to know what sound would be interesting to a wide range of people, like a majority, like the masses.
Uh-huh,
And
right.
it's like
But
that's what producing is. You got to be able to know what sound is going to move this crowd.
and how do you get that? Like, what is it, the feeling you get? How do you recognize that? So like I can hold a tune or whatever, but I know that when I hear somebody, I know, yeah, he got it, or that ain't happening, right? How do you get that vibe to know, that this is for you? How do you match it with the artist? Right?
That's a gift.
A
That's
gift,
yeah,
right?
that's
Everybody
absolutely
can't do that.
no. I mean, but everyone likes what they like.
Right.
So being able to, because I can do something and I could put 2 songs together, put a mix together, put some music together, and you may not like that particular mix.
Right.
So everyone has their own listening pleasure, but to be able to take a sound and say this is where this sound should go. I mean that's just to me that's a gift. Just being able to know what sound, um, what particular sound goes with that moment.
Right. Very brilliant. Very brilliant. So how do you go about, getting your artists? Like, do you scout for artists, or people send them to you? And
Sometimes, I mean,
how do you
sometimes,
know? And then how do you know, yeah, I need to work with you, or, I'm a pass this time?
sometimes because, it's like if I'm driving in the car and I hear something, like one time I was on the plane, right? And, the music you hear, the airplane music, the music you hear on the plane, they play the
Yeah.
loudspeakers, you hear the sounds, and I heard the sound. I don't know what it was. It wasn't even like a song. It was just like an instrument, and then someone was playing an instrument, and I heard that sound, and then I was like, "That's a dope sound." I remembered that sound, and when I got home, I um I was inspired by that sound. I was able to create something else, and I made a whole beat from it. And then I sent that beat out, and this guy made a record. It's just like you hear stuff, and it's just like I think that can work. I think that can work. And then you try them, and the people say, yeah, that's work. That works.
Yeah.
So that's how it happens for me.
Yeah, very creative mind. So, how many artists do you have under you that you're developing right now?
To be honest, it's really well. Actually, there's a lot because I'm always helping an artist here and there, and here and there. But
Mhm.
there's one particular artist that I work with now, and that's Trub.
Okay.
But like I mean like direct.
Yeah.
There has been like over the years there's been like many artists that I help to give them insight and how do you say it?
Yeah.
Uh, like I can't think of that word, but yeah, there's a lot of artists, but just one particular artist right now, and again that goes to me just believing in the sound that
Mhm,
I believe the sound can work.
mhm.
So yeah,
That's
there's many artists. There's a lot of artists that I've worked with like that,
right.
but there's only one particular one right now that I'm really trying to get. I believe like this guy can um, go beyond where he is now.
Right. I'm excited to be able to interview him here coming up pretty soon. So be interesting to hear, what he has going on. So let's talk about the now. What are you doing right now? So are you in the mix still in the industry with the you know the big names, or are you just on your own doing your thing and working things out that way?
It's really still it's I'm still doing both actually, but so what I'm doing, my focus right now is producing my own project as well as the artists that I'm working with.
Right.
I'm working on an EP, and I have some songs now that I'm getting ready to probably release one of them,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll probably release two this year, and then the whole EP. Then I'll put the whole EP out, and I'm also going to be um, releasing a book and an audio book, and I'm going to have music for that. So it's going to be like two different
Wow.
soundtracks.
What is the day like in the life of preparing to release a project? So you get up in the morning, get to the studio. I mean, what does it take to get prepared for a release? Like, who do you have to deal with? What's the process? What are the steps for that? The reason that I ask these questions is because my main reason for accessing you all, people of your status, where you've been through the business, is to help teach others that are up and coming.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a lot, and this is important. So the first thing for me being like with the the status or the the space that I'm in, particularly, I would first I'm gonna determine who's on this song with me. I
Right.
have to make sure that whoever's on this song is in agreement with what I'm presenting with them for this
So
song.
you're saying, well, whoever I'm choosing, we're gonna sit down and negotiate what I'm offering, and if they agree, then we move forward.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Then
You
what?
know, but even before that that procedure goes, you have to have the idea of what sound you want, and that comes with producing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to produce the song before you can get there. Like that's how I do it. When I make a beat and I say, okay, I like this person. I think he should be on it. I think this person should be, and this is the song we're going to make.
Right.
And then I will go after them and present it. And when I'm presenting it, then I say, okay, cool. This is the business. This is the split we should get. I get this, you get that, and da da da
Right.
da da.
Right. Right.
Then from there, um, I mean, I just sometimes I just get I get so creative because I think of the artwork, like how it's going to look, how I want it to be released, and everything. So then I'll think of what am I going to release with this project, with
Mm,
this song, like with what the artwork is going to look like,
mhm.
and then I'm going to go and say, how many of these DJs that do I have access to that I can get this record to? So
Right.
then that's the other thing you gotta, where are you gonna send it? What's the outlet? Who are you gonna like? What's gonna make this song go to where it needs to be?
Right.
Starting
Right.
off. That's me. Those are my processes. And then of course I'll probably like play it before all of that. I'll play it for like family members or friends and say, hey, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? How you like this? How you like this? Just to get that instant
So is
feedback.
that like a release party, or that's just saying, what do you think about it?
No, before the release party.
Okay.
Before the release party. Before
Okay.
the And then after, of course, you want to, when you see that the record is picking up and you get a confirmation that what you're doing is right and good, then okay, cool. Now you can move forward to a release party. I wouldn't do a release party to until like I know this is it.
Right.
Those are more like a listening session to get feedback.
Okay. Okay.
That's good too, though. Artists can definitely do, and that's actually not a bad idea. But to do a listening session with
Yeah.
DJ to get feedback.
Okay.
Not a bad
So,
idea.
so then once you locked everything in, you got the people you want, I mean, everything is ready. How do you prepare for a release party, or how do you prepare to release it? Like to radio stations, different locations saying we get ready to release this, and
Absolutely. That's
okay,
a called a promotional tour.
promotion
So
tour, yes.
yeah, of course you're not doing all of this all alone,
Right,
but then again, sometimes I am. You
right.
know, like I have to direct and say who's going to do this, how's this going to get done. You know, you have to. I got to lay all of that out. Like, how's this going to happen?
Right,
So
because my question would be like, if you were going on a promotional tour, who is like making that contact in New York? Who's making that contact in Atlanta saying, we coming, can we do this? You know, how does that work? How do those connections work? Is it who you know?
yeah, it definitely goes up who you know. But even if you don't have that contact with that person, there's always a way to find them. So okay, so you say if I'm going to go to New York, I'm going to say, who do I know in New York?
Okay,
That's the music industry. What
right.
do they have access to? What do I need to do? I need a radio link, a connect, and I need a club promoter connect.
Yep.
I need
Gosh,
you know,
lot.
I need all media connect or magazine
Yeah.
connects. I need everything, or even how you say it, like for me personally, and some people don't suggest this, but I go get a PR in that market.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because they say like, why would you need more than one PR? What you mean? Like it's a whole world. I don't expect one PR to take on the whole world by themselves.
Right.
Nah, I need a PR that knows the market.
Got it.
Yeah. Sometimes we can do it like that, but then again, sometimes we don't. So like if I'm in Atlanta and this artist that I want to work with is in New York or whatever, or in Florida, then I have to send them the files and they'll do the process and send it back.
All
And you
right.
know what's funny? I was just saying this. I was just saying this to my niece today about that process. It's like baking the cake.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you this whole music thing is like you get your ingredients,
Yeah.
you get your tools, get all of your utensils, get all have all the the seasons or whatever you're gonna put in the cake, the eggs, everything.
Right.
Put them all on the counter. Then you start mixing it, mixing it. Mix the batter up, mix the batter up.
Yeah.
Then you put the batter into the pan, and then you bake it. Then you put the pan into the oven for the baking. So
Right.
it's like that's the whole process of um, who do you want on the record? What do you want how do you want it to sound? You know what I'm saying? Like you're mixing everything up. And then once you have everything together, then you put it in the oven and bake it. And then after it's baked, then you feed the people, feed the world.
Yeah. So that's a good example because you're gonna need because you can't leave out the eggs in the cake
Exactly.
because it ain't gonna work. You got to
Exactly.
have every piece of the pie, every step of the way to get what to the end result.
Exactly.
That was a good example. So let's talk about the TV situation that you're bringing about. What's going on with that?
It's a lot. It's a lot. So since okay, so with the DJ Kurupt TV, we launched it in 2019, right? I recorded like 44 episodes.
Whoa.
44, which a season is what, like 11 or something like that. So I had to cut a lot. I
Yeah.
had to cut and double up a lot of episodes to make it happen, to make it work. And then it aired on Comcast. We had the launch party for the DJ Kurupt TV. We got some write-ups. This is the whole thing that I was saying about the
Yeah.
music business. It's the same thing with the television business. So then we did the official launch party for the DJ Kurupt TV in 2019. Actually in 2020. We recorded in 2019. And then
Mm-hmm.
2020 came, then everything started to air. And then we got ready to do the next season, which was season 2. And then COVID happened.
Yeah, I was
So
going
we
to ask you
were back
about
in the
that.
studio. And then things just like settled down for a little bit. Then I got back into doing other things, working on this EP. I just started doing other things. So we still haven't relaunched the season 2 yet. And now I have so many plans and ideas. And so we're going to get back to that soon. And I believe it's going to be even much better and stronger.
Yeah, awesome. I was going to ask you, how did COVID affect you and your businesses and the way that you maneuver, because everything was shut down. Like
Yeah.
we had to figure other things out. So,
I was in I think I was in like 2 or 3 nights in the clubs, 2 or 3 nights. I had like 3 nights weekly. Everything got shut down. And I was just in the house. And now I started what was that? I was doing Instagram Live. It was always mixed. I got to figure out something. I can't just sit here.
Yeah.
Doing interviews on the gram and then writing, and it's like thinking about the next steps.
Yeah. I think that it gave us that opportunity to figure things out, and I just feel like people will come back stronger and, be better for it. So anyway, so tell the people where they can find you, where they can connect with you, the TV information, all your social media sites.
The social media for me is, of course, DJ Kurupt, Kurupt. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all social media, even the audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Music. It's all DJ Kurupt. And then with the TV, it's DJ Kurupt TV.
Awesome.
All social media.
Well, DJ Kurupt, thank you so much for coming to Black Link Magazine. We do appreciate you. We can't wait to see you in our actual hard copy that's coming out July 31st in the entertainment edition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
So the last thing before we go, what would you tell someone that is aspiring, especially these young guys, young girls, that are their dream is to become an artist in the business? What is your best advice at this moment?
My advice for an inspiring artist is to, one, make sure that, think about this is what you want to do. And then I would say, what makes you want to do this? Who makes you want to do it? What's inspiring you to say you want to do this? And then that's 2. And then look into them. Like, what was their process? What all did they do? What are they going through? Like, try to really do some research on how the ups and downs that they had to go through to be successful. Because don't just say you want to be a singer or a rapper and just say just do whatever. No, it's a process. And you got to remember that. You got to remember it is a process. So there's going to be ups and downs. And sometimes there's going to be more downs than ups. And you have to remember why you started.
I like that.
Until you reach that point, then you got more work to do. Always remember you have more work to do.
Yeah.
Even when you make that where you want to go, you still have work to do.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go and get back to your evening. I appreciate it. We finally connected. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Thank Kurupt, Black Link Magazine. What's up?
You guys respect yourself, respect each other, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Share this interview.
You know what? That was important what you just said. Respect yourself.
Yes.
That's important. Respect yourself.
Yeah.
Kurupt, Black Link Magazine. Peace out.